I'm starting to look at my life right now, and I'm kind of just thinking to myself, when did things become kind of bad? And why do I not like the way that my life feels right now? I'm speaking today with nothing but raw honesty and explaining kind of what I've been experiencing lately. I haven't been liking what I've been seeing in my life, and not just what I'm seeing, but like how I'm feeling. And I know that this has to do with my inner dialogue. I've been telling myself certain stories and certain things that are causing me to perceive my life as negative. And when you're thinking this way, it's kind of hard to break out from it because in your mind, every time you think this way, you're creating a dent in your mind. It's becoming stronger and more easier for you to just naturally think this way. So I might have not been like this from the beginning, but allowing myself to think this way over and over without stopping it in its tracks caused it to become really strong and prominent in how I view the world. I think I've let it got to the point where I need to stop it, and I think it's very important to do so because to me, I was kind of being lazy about it. I've kind of been lazy about healing this part of myself because I know I could do it anytime. So I've kind of been pushing it off to the side for a long time, and that is not good. And I'm telling you, do not do this because, like I said, it's creating such a deep dent in your mind to constantly think this way. So when you finally decide to change the way you think, it's going to be so much harder than if you were to just do it now. This is what you call creating neural pathways. And when you have a belief about your life, say if you're believing that only bad things happen to you, you're affirming this in everything you see in life. Say you were going to be on time for something and you end up being late because of traffic or something. And when you get there, you trip on your shoes or something like that. These are normal things that can happen to anyone, but because you have this belief that only bad things happen to you, it's like heightened and you're only seeing that. Life is a mirror of your inner state. I'm sure you've heard of this popular analogy. Say you're looking into the mirror and you're not smiling. Why would you expect your reflection to smile when you're not actively doing that? The mirror doesn't change until you change. This is telling us that what we see outside can't change until we do. It's hard to accept sometimes because a lot of us have it backwards. We react to our environment instead of realizing that it is coming from us. In my life right now, I've kind of been victim to the flipped mindset. I've been really reactive to my life, and I've been really lazy about stopping this way of thinking. I've been kind of falling victim to the mindset of, bad things happening to me and feeling like the world is attacking me. And my last straw was yesterday. I was coming home from work. It was like 8:30 in the night, and I was already feeling really negative and kind of just spiraling in my head. And I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to push you towards toxic positivity, but I feel like for me, that was kind of becoming my normal state. And I was allowing myself to be in that state for a long time throughout my days. So I was spiraling, and my last straw was I was like right near my house, and then a cop decided to pull me over. And that just was so mind-blowing to me because I'm like, you're actually kidding me right now. And yes, this is a normal experience. I didn't do anything crazy. It was just saying that my headlights weren't fully on. I was using my brother's car, and I'm a new driver kind of, so I didn't really know. But I was just like, are you serious? That happened. I was really spiraling after that. I was genuinely like, the world is out to get me. But then I really realized I could have let myself keep on going. But then I was kind of thinking about this subject literally that morning, and just thinking about it, how life is your reflection. So when I started spiraling, I was like, hold up, why am I being such a victim right now? You're letting yourself experience this. You're only looking towards the bad, and you're not even giving your life the chance to be good. You have to put in the work to be aware of really just what you're thinking in your mind. You have to be really conscious of what you think until it becomes second nature to think more positively and perceive your life in a more positive light. The universe isn't out to get you, you're out to get you. And I think that's the truth that a lot of people don't want to accept, is that they want to blame an outside factor for why they feel so down and so negative. But really, taking accountability is the hardest part. And I understand that this whole concept can seem really dismissive in a way, because I know some people are really struggling in life. It just kind of seems really toxic in a way to think that because this bad thing happened to you, it was your fault. I'm not necessarily saying that. Like, things happen regardless, but it's how we perceive them to be good or bad. For example, in my life, me and my family are really thinking about moving outside of the country by like next year. And this is where perception comes into play. You can either see this as you're not going to make new friends because of culture differences, and you're not going to fit in that country, you're going to be uncomfortable. You could see it so many different ways, or you're going to hate it and want to move back. You can see it that way and feel so negatively towards moving. But for me, I'm really seeing it as opportunity, an opportunity to grow and to experience something that I haven't experienced before. So I think that's where you start to just build a pattern in your mind where you're being more optimistic instead of always affirming a belief that you have that isn't true. Because our life is just made up of our own beliefs. Like, you can believe you're not good at making friends, and every time you're in a conversation and you say something a little bit dumb, you'll spiral and you'll think, you see, this is why I'm not good at making friends. But everybody says something dumb. Like, I feel like you just have to stop being a victim towards your life and take accountability. Like, actually take accountability and create beliefs that you actually want to have. And it's so much easier said than done, like how everything is in life. But that's how it is. Like, life is just your projection. It just is. I don't know. I find it really interesting how things just are, but it's just how you perceive them to be that makes it good or bad. Like, for example, for me, I am a big introvert. I don't like to be put in a situation where I need to talk to so many people and all that stuff. But someone else that is an extrovert loves to do it. There could be a situation where, say, your job is working from home. I would love that. Like, I would thrive working from home and not having to talk to people every day. But an extrovert, I know my uncle, he's the biggest extrovert that I know. And I know him, if he had to work from home, it would be such a different experience than from me working from home, because we see the world in different ways. So things being positive or things being negative is solely dependent on you. And this is a little reminder for me too, because like I said, I've been kind of being a victim to my circumstances and a victim just towards my life. But in the back of my mind, like I said, I've been scared in a way that it's going to become such a habit that I'm not going to be able to get myself out of this way. So I'm telling you, please put the work. If you have beliefs that you don't enjoy or that hinder you from feeling happiness, put in the work and really dig deep on why you believe this thing to be true, and to stop affirming this belief and finding reasons to make sure that this belief is still a belief for you, Overall, life is a reflection of your inner state, and how you feel towards yourself is how you perceive reality. So let's stop believing things that aren't true, because truth is subjective in a way. So let's only have beliefs that make us feel good about ourselves and our life.